Tour Divide, day 4, mile about 409. I am at Candlewick B&B. This is my room, my private room with my private bath. This is a total score. The time is 8:20 because I just don't want to leave. And look at this place. I'll post pictures later, but this is Candlewick B&B in Ferndale, run by Megan. She treats guests as their babies. She says, "This is my baby, this B&B, and you are my babies." She, I feel bad because I rolled in at like 1 in the morning. She watched the spot tracker the whole way in to make sure I was okay. And then there was rhubarb something or other that I just demolished, and some bars and some coffee for the morning. And she's like, "Stay for breakfast." I'm like, "Oh no, I'll be like gone at 6 because I'm getting after it on the Tour Divide." And yeah, I'm probably staying for breakfast. Anyway, I just had a nice chat with Megan, and I had to tell you guys all about it. I'm supposed to get moving, but I just had to tell you. Mile 409. Yesterday, well, the night before, we stayed in Eureka. I'll catch you up later. I found out from some friends that they actually want to know what, where I'm going and what I'm seeing, and not just like, my 4 friends and talking about summers at the lake and, birth control. It doesn't work. So I'm going to make more of an effort to tell you guys what I actually see and not just what I think while I'm seeing it, because I've had some really great random thoughts. I'm going to still share those too, but I'm going to try to mix it up. Anyway, we stayed in Eureka when we crossed the border 2 nights ago. It was amazing. We came up and over this pass that went forever. It was like, 6,500 foot pass. And then we went bombing down into, well, Roosevelt's just across the border. So we went to this bombing down, and then all of a sudden it was Montana big sky country like you wouldn't believe, and farmers fields and ranchers fields and beautiful sky, and and we'd just been biking through the most beautiful places in Canada, but I kind of used to those. I wasn't used to this, so I haven't stopped going since I got to Montana. Everywhere I go, I want to go fishing, I want to just hang out. So we got, and then it was 10 miles across the border to Eureka, and like 20 of us stayed at this motel, which was awesome. Got cleaned up because I was miserable. I had wet stuff, and anyway, I had a chicken fried steak. Got it all sorted out. And then the next day I got up late, and I was alone in the morning, and first pass was Whitefish Divide, and it was killer. I was just tired, and made it up that, and made it down, and then another like crazy area of Montana, just I felt so isolated, and there were these like odd, little cabins interspersed, and little not even towns, camps, and rivers everywhere, and I was like, oh, I have to go fishing, but I was just dead, and I was listening to this audiobook to make the descent go easier, which is weird because I love descents, but I was like, oh my god, I need something. I was listening to this audiobook. I think I was just zoning out, and then I saw this cabin. It was like a homesteader cabin or something. I took a picture, and I'll read up about it later, but I just sat there and had lunch, and I changed out of my Alaska wool tall socks into like practical normal socks, and Montana weather, 80-degree weather clothing, and then had lunch and felt a lot better. And I met some guy from Italy. He came down as I was finishing my lunch. His name is Massimo from Italia. So we chatted for a while, and he was my first friend of yesterday. I've been averaging 4 friends a day, as I mentioned before. So I met Massimo, and then I got riding again, and it was well, not really international, because I met Jean-Francois from Quebec, I guess international enough. Anyway, we rode for a while. His name is JF. So what does that stand for? He's Jean-Francois. So I like to call him Jean-Francois. And so I rode with him for a bit. And then, and I ran into Rich, my old friend Rich. I didn't tell you about him, but on day 2, he's one of my 4 friends. On day 2, I met Colorado Co, Tennessee Tony, Colorado Cammy, and Chicago Rich, and that didn't work, so I call him Roll Off Rich. Anyway, Rich is like laid back, retired, gray hair fluffing in the wind. Ask for your cans. We can make a pipe in the morning. He has a speaker, like a boombox on his bike, and he's just like riding along. He's like, "This is my daughter's playlist." You're like, "Man, your daughter's music selection sucks," but whatever, it's cool. Anyway, ran into Rich again yesterday. I had first met him coming out of Fernie when I was miserable, and I didn't want to go any further, and I almost got a room in Fernie. He's like, "Come on, let's go. It's day 2. We got to get after it." And so I rode with him and Cammy, and we camped before the first pass of that day. So I'm glad that Rich helped me out. So yeah, ran into Rich, and then we went up the Whitefish Divide. Maybe I met him on the next divide. I can't remember. Anyway, oh yeah, that's right. And then we went up the Red something divide, and that's when I met Massimo and Jean-Francois and Rich again, and who are my other friends? Larry and Mick, and they're from California. There was like maybe 2+ miles of pushing through snow at the top of that divide. It was another maybe 6,000 plus pass. It wasn't a divide, it was just a pass. I'm sorry, semantics, but yeah. And then trying to remember, I can't remember, but coming on the other side was much more enjoyable. And yeah, I came down with Rich, Mick, Larry, Jean-Francois. We just yo-yoed all the way down. It was beautiful. Great descent. And then Whitefish has this giant lake. I suppose I could have figured that out from the map, but yeah, so Whitefish, we ended up in Whitefish. I knew I wanted to get some more miles, so just kept going past Whitefish, and then back roads, farmer, rancher roads, all the way into Ferndale. Oh, I was watching the most amazing sunset, so it must have been about just before 10. I'll post pictures of that, and that's when I decided, I gotta get more miles. Maybe I'll go up and over the next pass, and I'll get after it, and, you know, because everyone's like, finds out you're from Alaska, and, "Hey, you know Lael?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know Lael, man." And I'm like, "I'm a little bit slower." They're like, "Yeah, she's awesome, isn't she?" I'm like, "Yes, she's awesome." And, you know, no, I can't find anything wrong with her or reason to hate her. She's like just as nice as she seems wherever she goes. And, yeah, people can't say enough about Lael and how cool she is. And I'm like, "I know Lael and I know Nick and they help me." And anyway, thanks guys. You're the best. I had this vision of, oh, I could be Lael. I could just ride all night and up and over the pass. And I looked at the clouds and said no. Called Megan at the B&B. And as you can see, I'm enjoying myself. I have coffee, fresh coffee. A rhubarb. I've kind of destroyed it, but this was waiting for me when I got here. It's a rhubarb. Oh, you can't even tell anymore. It's like homemade rhubarb pie. I should really stay for breakfast. I can smell bacon. I can smell bacon. God, I suck at this. I gotta get riding. Anyway, made it Ferndale. Today's plan, I have no idea because I haven't even looked at the map. I still look tired. I got super bags. Oh, I didn't tell you the best part. I got off the phone with Megan, And then I'm like, okay, I got like 20 miles to go. This is gonna be great. I'm back roads. It's just amazing. And then I was passing this house, and I saw 2 tents and 2 bikes. I'm like, oh my god, okay. So I went back. I'm like, hey, who's down there? And they're like, it's Leah and Jare. They were my friends from day 2. No, day 3. I haven't told you about my day 3 friends. I'll tell you about them tomorrow. And they're camping. There's this house. It's right on the divide. They open up their house every year. And it's just out, maybe Columbia Falls or something. Anyway, it's like 20 miles from Ferndale. And there's this retired couple. They have put down a case of beer, like a cooler of beer. They're like, yeah, come on down, have a beer, hang out, you could stay here. I'm like, oh, I just booked something. So I stayed there for like an hour, drank 2 beers, like, oh yeah, like, no beer kind of went away yesterday. No, night before yesterday. Anyway, I'm still, you know, semi-detox, but it's, yeah. Anyway, hung out with them, chatted up a little bit. Leah and her partner, I think it's Jare. We got Alaska connection. They've done the ITI, and they're gonna try to go to Nome next year or the year after. Anyway, they're really cool people. We chatted a long time, and then 4 other guys came barreling through, and I'm like, I gotta get to Megan's B&B, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get going, but and then the guys decided that they'd get going too. So it was 4 guys. Actually, one of them was the first guy I met on the tour. No, not the fucking single speeder. Actually, I was wrong. He was the second guy I met. The first guy I met was the day before, and his name is Scott. I met him the night before the race, and he was the one who told me about this pre-race meeting we had to go to that, like, never started, so I just left. It was run by Crazy Larry, so you can imagine how that went. And anyway, his name is Scott. He was riding with 3 guys, and they're all like a biker gang, but with pedals. And they all had tattoos, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and all our lights are on. They're like, ride with us, man, we're a gang. You're like, yeah, this is so cool. Back roads in Montana. Night riding. It was so fun. There was Andrew, I think he was the leader. He seemed like the leader. Andrew, Jeff, Scott, and Ben. And Ben had the most tattoos. Red-headed, beard, tattoos, looked like this, like he should be on a motorized bike. It was awesome. We just rode and whipped it up, and they had to go camp because they hadn't reserved anything. I felt kind of bad, but said goodbye to them and said, oh yeah, I'll be up at 5 or 6 and get you guys in the morning. So looks like I'm a little behind. Anyway, I'm way over time. I just really wanted to share this with you guys. I suck at pacing. I'm going to try for another, maybe, I did 140 miles yesterday, so it's starting to feel like I've got the groove, but if I could just get going early enough to make that happen in the daylight, things would be okay. So I'll finish my coffee, maybe grab some bacon. Catch up with you guys down the road. Oh, if you ever come to Ferndale, you have to go to Candlewick Inn. I'll post pictures. You won't believe it. Beautiful place. Okay, bye.